this Linux, I have been getting requests from many people that sir, please teach Linux also, because you are not able to understand in some other classes. So for that reason, I took this to make you comfortable on the Linux as well. Let's go through not little bit, good on the Linux part. So I would say like a medium. So all the basics commands, Venkat Harish. Okay. So guys, those who already know Linux, it is good for you to refresh. Maybe you can help me also here, because Linux is a big ocean, right? So as I told you that experienced people, you and me both are in the same experience. Just to back me up if you want to share something, right, Harish and everyone. Okay, thank you, Srikant and Harish and everyone. Oh, Srikant, you okay? Good. Okay, so before that, what we need to do is, okay, I just wanted to show you this. In our previous batch, just now, like 5:30 batch, I have covered one service which is server migration and application migration. How to migrate your application from on-premises to AWS. So that was covered. So for your batches, that was not covered, because I told you, right, for every batch, some other new service, I'll keep on adding it. So not every batch have the same syllabus. Definitely new things will be changed. So for that reason, I was teaching them. Yeah, you got DMS, remember? Data migration, so database migration. But here for this batch, so they got a perk as application migration and server migration. How you migrate from on-premises to AWS. So I was explaining all these 7 Rs, how lift and shift methods, and then how to migrate your server from your on-premises to AMI to your AWS, all this process, and also how to migrate using MGN meaning application migration service, how to do the conversion, etc., etc. That was a long 3 hours project that we did. So I was teaching today since 5 o'clock. So continuously, so I'm from 5, I'm teaching you, but I don't feel tired, because I love teaching. How many hours I want to teach, I can teach it, right? So I hope when you get some time, I'll cover this also for you, if time permits, because this is DevOps, not AWS, right? So yeah, let's do someday, because you're all my previous students. So I love a lot all you guys, because you waited for so many months for this DevOps. So definitely I'll be teaching you one day, but not on our regular days, but let's like some Sundays, right? We'll cover 3 to 4 hours only on these application migrations things. Okay. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. So this cutover is happening, but fine. So what we're going to do is, please ignore all these machines. So I was working on the migration service. So now today what we do is, first, before I launch the EC2 instance, what I do is I need to teach about Linux, right? So let's move on to today's Linux chapter. First question, guys, I don't know whether I gave a little bit introduction on Linux to you already, right? So, but let me, for a few minutes, I'll tell you the introduction about the Linux, because most of the people are new. Maybe for few people, previously I didn't even cover the Linux basics itself. Okay, now, first question, which one is first, Unix or Linux? Unix. Which one is first? Unix. I told you this already before, that Unix came first, right? And I also told you, generally, if you go to any Linux classes, what they do is, they will launch the machine and then start, open the laptop, ls command, ls for listing the files. Do you think I'll be doing that? Definitely no. In our course, I told you that why we are using it, for what purpose you are using it, what was there before, why we are going there, everything will be learning it. Okay. So for this now, let's go with this Linux history. Linux history. So this everything got started with a concept called game. What is that? Game. So there was one business guy who came and asked. Yeah, yes, correct. So initially he wanted to develop a space war game. What is that in here? He wanted to develop a space war game. Right? He wanted a space war game. On those years, way back in 1950s or 55, late 50s. Windows operating system was already there, but not the Windows operating system that you are using now. On those days, we had something called DOS. What is DOS? Disk operating system. Disk MS-DOS. Remember, Nikhil and all? Yeah. So Microsoft DOS was there, no? That was on the Windows. Initially, we had a DOS. Now, a disk operating system meaning, do you think everything is like a GUI? No, definitely it's not a GUI. Let's come with this. So disk operating system meaning, it's similarly like a, sorry, I use this, similarly like a command prompt. Similarly like a command prompt, where we cannot do anything, no GUI, nothing. If you want to create a directory, what's the command? mkdir, and then on that day you can run only one command, one process, single user, single process. Say that, single user, single process. Single user, single process. It was single user, single process. So Windows was the king on those days. So one business guy came. One business guy came and said that, hey, I want a game to be developed. I want a game to be developed. And he went to our Windows guy and asked, hey, Windows, can you please develop a game for me? And he said, sure. What game? Space war game. Space war game meaning, will it be played by one person or multiple persons? Is it only you distribution happening in the space? No, right? There will be multiple people or not. So here the concept is single user or multiple user. Single processor, multiple processor. Concept is what? Multi-user, multi-process concept. What is that? Multi-user, multi-process. So Windows was giving that multi-user, multi-process concept on those days? No. For that reason, he went to a person called Ken Thompson. Who is that? Ken Thompson. Ken Thompson. So this was in early 1960s. When are here? 1960s. So he went to Ken Thompson and said, hey, Thompson, I want a space war game. And Ken Thompson was working in AT&T laboratories. What's that? AT&T laboratories. That was a famous laboratories, guys. On those days, all with super scientists. Everyone used to work in that laboratory. What's that? What laboratory was that? AT&T. What's that? AT&T and then Bell laboratories also. There are 2 powerful laboratories where all the scientists used to work before. And then what he did was, he went and approached the Ken Thompson and said, Thompson, I want an operating system where multiple people should log in and multiple people should playing it. So that means what he needed? Multi-user, multi-process. Multi-user, multi-process concept. Because for his space war game, definitely he need multiple users and multiple process. For that reason, Ken Thompson has developed something called kernel. What he developed? What he developed here? Kernel. Kernel, what is kernel? Kernel is a core component of the operating system. What is a core component of operating? Operating system is just a name, but everything will be working inside the kernel. Kernel is actual code where it runs. Operating system is just a name, but everything will work inside the kernel. He has developed this kernel which supports multi-user, multi-process, and then initially he named it as Unix. What he named it here? Unix. When this was in 1960s or 1970s. 1960s or 1970s. Okay, this was superb. And then he has developed in his laboratory, but this operating system, he need to take out and install it somewhere or not? Was it portable on those days? No, it was not portable. It was not portable. Then he took the help of who? Dennis. Who is that? Dennis Ritchie. Dennis R. Anyone spelling? Initially I'll also tell RE. Same correct. No. Who is the father of who? C language. Who is the father of C language? This Babu. Put namaste. Put namaste to him. He is the father of C. Okay, so Dennis. I hope I saying cheers, huh? Richard, R-I-T-C-H-I. Yeah. So this was the guy who changed the entire game of computers, guys. Very powerful guy. Okay, Dennis Ritchie, what he did was, he's the father. Who is he? He's the father of C language. He's the father of C language. See, what he has done is, he has already developed the C language on that day, on those years. And this Ken Thompson has approaches Dennis Ritchie and say, Ritchie Mama, my code is not portable. Can you please help me to do this code portable so that I can install on multiple machines? So what he did was, so this Ken Thompson gave the code to whom? Dennis Ritchie, and the code is compiled with the concept of C language, and he has developed an operating system called Unix, which is portable. He took the help of whom? Dennis Ritchie. And this is completely free. Free meaning here we use a word called open source. Which one here? Open source. So Unix, which is portable, is completely free. And Windows went down completely, and this Unix came up, and it is completely free. And that is multi-user, multi-process concept. Super hit. Later, what has happened is, as this is free, that means open source. Open source meaning where the code is available to you. What many people do is, like you guys, intelligent people, what they did is, many people took this code, and they started enhancing the code. Assume in Unix initial first version of Unix, you might be having only 10 features. But many people, like in that laboratory scientists, what they did, they took that code and they enhanced the feature for it, and they have put their own names for it. They have put their own names. So many people took it. What is this? Many scientists or many people took the code, and what they did? They develop new features. They develop the new features, and it is not free. Is it free? Not free. So initially, our Ken Thompson made everything free or not, but this is not at all free. And later, there is a guy called, I told you, remember Andy, Mama? Remember Andy? So Andy, his name is Andrew Tannenbaum. Was that Andrew Tannenbaum? I simply called him Andy. So in 1980s, in 1980s, he has the latest code with all new features, and he named it as Minix. What did he name it as? Say that, everyone. Minix, not Minix. Minix, or anyways, whichever it is, I don't remember the word, right? So Minix. But is it free? Not free. This is the guy, Andy was the guy who is the king on those days, where he has the latest code of the Unix, where he's selling it for money. And one day, a student came, like you. In which country? Finland. In which country? Finland. I told you, I'm proud that I worked in Finland for many years. Finland, University of Finland. So this was in 1991. When? Did you born? No? Online? Are you sure? Srikanth? Yeah, Nikhil? Okay, don't hide, okay? Okay, fine. So, but I can say that, okay, no, I can say that I was very baby on 1991, right? Very baby, maybe 5 years, 4 years, right? Baby. Okay, fine. So a student was there in Finland, and what he did was, he wanted to do project. He wanted to do what? Project. He wanted to do project and approached who? Andy. Approached Andy and asked, give me the code. And Andy said that Andy did not responded well. So, and this guy, this student got upset, and what he did was, he took the actual code of Ken Thompson, and he developed his own kernel, and he named as Linux. And that powerful guy name is Linus Torvalds. Who's the student name here? So this student took the original code, and developed own kernel called which one? Linux. His name is what? His name is Linus Torvalds. Understood? And this was happening which year? 1991. Whereas Unix was license based. Yes or no? Unix was licensed or not? Unix was not W. Unix was licensed. Linux is free. And this is the history of Linux. Clear? All clear? Did you feel happy? Those who don't know about the history of Linux, I think you will not get to know all these things in anywhere in internet, right? I read the book. That's how I remember all these things. Super. Okay, now. So can I say Linux is completely open source or not? Linux is open source. Yeah, thank you. So Linux is what here? Open source, and Linux is multi-user. Linux is multi-processing or multi-tasking. Linux is secure. Linux is portable. These are the features of Linux. Every feature you understood. Linux is open source. Linux is multi-user. Linux is multitasking. Linux is super secure, and Linux is portable. So this is what the basic, the meaning, the history of Linux and what is Linux about. So like unlike our Windows, you know Windows from day one, you will be learning on Windows, right? We have learned a lot of Windows things. You know, I'm not be touching about Windows because you know Windows, how to go to desktop, how to create folders, how to navigate, how to go, how to delete, how to copy, how to move, everything you know or not? Everything you know. But see here, if you go to Windows, if you go to your this PC, you have C drive or not? If you go to C drive, can you tell me where are your operating systems files will be available? Windows. Which one in here? Windows. And where are your applications are installed? Program files. And how many? So whoever is users is logged into my laptop. That users profiles is created in users. Can I call it as home directory? Can I call it as home directory? If I go to user, this is my home directory or not? So in this laptop, they have logged in as what user? NIT. NIT user or not? So whatever the NIT has, that user is putting the data, everything will come under this. See, this has own desktop. These are all my files. So this C drive, these Windows are also having different directories in C drive, and in each drive is specialized for something. Each drive is specialized for something. So here for this reason, audio is not coming. Can you hear me online? Okay. So in the C drive here we have different folders. So each folder is meant for something. Yes or no? Where are all your softwares are available in program files? Where are all your operating system files is available? Windows. Where are all your home directories are created? Users. But you need to know about the same thing in Linux also or not? No, Linux is not like a Windows file system. Linux has a little bit different file system. Everything you know, Linux is CLI based or not? Linux is CLI based. And you have GUI based also. You have GUI based also. But kids will be using GUI. Ubuntu, desktop. Even though it is Linux, you need the flavor of Windows because you like the Windows where you can easily click. You don't know commands. As you don't know commands, you're comfortable with the GUI. But here we are not touching the GUI. What is CLI meaning here? I have a command line interface. That means, do you see this here command line in your laptop also? You have command prompt or not? CMD. This is the command prompt. Where here can you use the browser here in CLI? No. CLI meaning all commands or not? You need to write the command. Similarly, Linux is also CLI based mostly. Linux. Which color is Linux? I used to say Windows is color. Linux is black color. Linux is what? This is not technical thing, but I'm just telling you for fun, right? So I'll write it here. Windows is color. Okay, and please don't show this thing to anyone. Who said this Windows is color? But yes or no? Windows is color. Yeah, online, I don't mind you put smiley symbols. Please smile, good for your health. Okay, Linux is what color? Black color. Linux is black color. So black color meaning here CLI or not? Black color meaning here CLI. Okay, good. You're getting online? Yeah, fantastic. Okay, now. So in Linux, let's talk about Linux file system. Say that Linux file system. Just now I showed you about Windows file system. Whereas you have C drive. In that everything in the C drive, you have program files, you have Windows, you have users, you have desktops. Everything is there or not? Similarly, here also we have Linux file system. Is this happening both online and offline? Yes, Prashant. Yes, Srikanth. Color, what color? Yeah. So in the Linux file system, everything will start with slash. We call it as root. Say that, Nana? Say that. Everything will start with what? Slash. Slash meaning the main. The Linux will start with slash. What is the slash called? Root directory. And by the way, in Linux, everything is directories. Directories and files. Say that. Linux has what? Directories and files. Linux has directories and files. So slash root is also directory or not? Don't call it as folder. Folder concept is in Windows. Here we call it as what? Directory. Here we call it as what? Directory. So in Windows we call it as folders, but in Linux we call it as here directories. So what is the starting directory of Linux? Root directory. What is that? The file system will start with slash. What is slash called? Root. Under the root we have so many directories again. Under the root we have so many. So everything will start with what here today? Root. Inside this we have so many directories. So those who know already, can you tell me a few directories that you know? Let's say, don't worry, I'll tell you here. We have something called slash bin. Say that. Let's go one by one. Right. So slash bin contains all binaries. Say that, all binaries. All binary files, binary executables, right? All the commands that you type, ls, cat, mkdir, right? All these things will, all the files, whatever that, see, ls you are doing. Ls meaning what? List. Everyone knows. Ls meaning what? Listing the files. Only 2 letters. L, yes. How does the operating system know ls? Can you put LO? Can you put LO or not? But Linux doesn't understand LO. You understand V? Yes or no? So LO Linux doesn't understand because ls meaning it's a program that is written in the backend. ls is nothing but it's a predefined program that is written in the backend. So that all programs will be sitting inside which directory? Slash bin directory. Which directory? Slash bin directory. So all your executables, what is that? Executables, right? Like a cat, ls, etc. Everything will comes under which one here? Slash bin. Very important directory. Bin meaning binaries. Bin meaning what here? Binaries. Okay, let's go for the next one. So here we have something called slash boot. What's that? Slash boot. So in this slash boot, it's not that important, but all your booting purpose, right? Boot loader files, was it? Loader files, like all your kernels will be here, all your booting related, operating system kernel related things, everything will be under slash boot. And then here we have another important slash etc. Say that. Everyone say that. Slash etc. Slash etc contains configuration files. Was it? Configuration files required by programs. All your configurations files will be under which directory? etc directory. Say that. Slash etc. Say that one more time. Slash etc. Next, slash home. What is that? Slash home. Similarly, how you have in C drive user folder where it contains all the home directories or not. Now let's say once has logged into the EC2 instance. What is the default username for EC2 instance? EC2 minus user. EC2 minus is a username or not? Now, can I create one username also or not? Let's say for example, once has logged in. So where is his home directory created? Under /home. What is directory in /home/1? If it is EC2 user /home/ EC2-user. If it is, remember I told you Tom and Jerry. All, but I told you Linux is a multi-user or not? Linux is a multi-user. So that means multiple people will be logged into the one Linux machine or not? Most multiple users will be logged into the Linux machine, and individual user have their own home directory. Jaya, you have logged in. What is your home directory? Vansha, Kalani, Vivek, what is your home directory? Put all your home directories in the chat, everyone. Everyone, what is your home directory in Linux? Correct. /home/your name, which with whatever the username that you have logged in, automatically with that directory will be created inside it. Very important here, /home directory. Like this, we have so many directories. I don't have a space here to write, but I'm just writing here another var / what is that here? /var. See what? So guys, you don't need to depend on me, Nana. So here, Linux file system. If you put it, go to images. You see everything comes up, Nana, here. You see this here, for example. Where is that? You see this here? /bin /etc /sbin/user /var what variable data files. So each and everything, var contains what, /temp contains what, /sys contains what, /usr contains what, everything /run /sbin. So every directory is there here, right? Every directory will be there. So each and every directory have their own specialty, right? Okay. So here, what does the /var contain, Anna? Variable files, and also it contains logs also. What it contains? Very important, because in our DevOps we need to see the logs or not. So where does the log contains? Under var. Say that under var. Var, right? var, or you can call it as var, whichever it is. So /var/ if it is, there will be a folder directory called logs, or else if you have installed Apache, var log Apache. If you have installed Tomcat, var log Tomcat. So if you whichever that software that you have installed, all your logs will be under which directory? /var directory. And then we have like last one I'm writing. There are so many, but I'm putting here. What is it here? /temp. What is that for here? Temp. Used for what purpose? Storing what? Temporary files. Guys, is this clear here? Online, is this clear, everyone? Any questions? Okay. What is the question? What is it? Need clarification. Why we are writing /? Wait, I told you everything is starting with what? / Ashisho, right? / everything will start with what? /. Okay. We can't create directory inside the root directory. You can. Why can't you create it? No problem. It's up to you. Your home. Whatever you want, you can create. The only thing is you need to have proper permissions. What is it? You have proper permissions. Can you come to my house by default? No. If you have permission, simple. It's all about what you have done. Permissions. Is it clear? Everyone? Online CC, please still here. Okay. Now, so let's see. Here we have something called. If you take any machine, what we have in the bottom? Hardware. So on top of it, what we have? OS. But here we have what? Kernel. Many people say Linux is not OS. It is a kernel. Kernel only, but we call it as here OS. So here we have what? Kernel. So on top of it, what we have? You remember, huh? Okay. On top of it, what we have here? Shell. On top of it, what we have? Command prompt. What we have here? Command prompt. CMD. Okay. And all Linux related commands will be here or not? Can you tell me a few commands that you know already? Sudo minus s. Okay. ls. What is that? pwd. Next. Tell me a few. Guys, those who don't know, no problem. cd. ls. Remove. pwd. ls. Touch. What is that? Cat. Move. cp is there. cp. vi. Sed. scp. For copying purpose. chmod. chmod. Okay, I just listen. If you already know, that is really good, right? But I'll be here for you to teaching each and every command. I'll be executing all this command one by one, and I want you to do the practice. Okay. Now see here. There are so many. See here now. Whenever you open the command prompt and whenever you type ls or any command, the first it will go and talk to whom? Shell. Shell will talk to whom? Kernel. Kernel will talk to whom? Kernel will ask, "Arey hardware, give me some memory, RAM. I need to run some program." So hardware will give that resources. Kernel will run the program and give the details to shell, and shell will give the details to command prompt. So this is how actually the Linux file system works. Is it clear? Linux basics in one paint. Perfect. Online, clear enough? So what is your additionally what you can do is I have just given you few directories here, but you have a lot of directories. You can just go to Google here and then just read for few things. Shravani, var meaning all your variable files will be inside this var. Right? You see here? It contains what? Variables, where it changes frequently, but also it contains what? Logs. What it contains? Logs. So whenever you install any software or any package, let's say in future, what we do now, we install what? Tomcat. We'll install HTTPD, Apache, Nginx, Jenkins, Kubernetes. All this will be installing Docker. For everything, there will be a log file or not. And where are those logs generally stored? Inside which directory? /var. Home directory? /home. And shell is important or not here? And we have different types of shells now. So we don't need to go deeper there. We call it as bash shell. Say that. bash shell, K shell, C shell, con shell, right? And then there are different types of it. But all these shells will be under which directory? Bin directory. All these binaries are not. In which directory all these shells will be available? Bin. And what is the latest shell that we are all using? Bash shell. Which shell? Bash shell. Which is the shell that we are using? Everyone say bash shell. Bin bash. What is the thing that we say? Bin bash. Is it clear? Understood? I'm making this bloody Linux also interesting. Generally, Linux will not be that much interesting, but I hope you're enjoying the class. Yeah. Where is that? Online discussion. Yes, you can go, Chandan, here. Do you see this here? I told you what is the ping contains? All your binaries. All you see cat, chmod, cp, all the commands will be executing under which directory? Bin directory. Chandan. And etc contains what? All your configuration files. So all your machine level configurations will be under the etc. And sbin contains essential system binaries, like checking your fdisk, file check, right? Hard IP configs, all these things, rebooting, everything will come under sbin. And slash usr, its user applications will be under usr. And slash var meaning here variables. Slash and all this you see, you can take this screenshot and then you can go with it. See, slash root is a root directory. Slash proc meaning all processes will be under slash proc. Slash opt meaning all your optional software applications will be under slash opt. Slash mount meaning mounting files for temporary purpose. Slash lib contain kernel modules. Slash home contain user modules, right? And slash dev contain all your device files, like slash dev. But I'm telling you, if you want to learn, go in deeper, you just go through this, it's fine. But whatever is important, I have listed here in the paint. Chandan, okay? Okay, now. So now you are good here. Should we go and do some practicals here? What we need to do first? We need to launch EC2 instance. Meanwhile, just a second. Just a second, don't worry. So let me go and terminate all these machines. Okay. So what we need to do, we just need to go ahead and then launch the EC2 instance. So just give me a second so that I delete all unnecessary things. You know this, right? Online new people, do you know how to launch EC2 instance? Yes or no? Yesterday we have learned, right? And this time you should tell me, and then I will be launching. Tell me, click on here, launch instance. And by the way, I just wanted to add a few things here. In this Linux, we have two types of distributions. What's that? Two types of distributions. Mainly here we call it as Linux distribution. Say that Linux distribution. So we call it as RPM based. Say that RPM based and then Debian-based. Say that RPM based and then Debian-based. RPM based meaning all your Red Hat, right? CentOS, Fedora, Amazon Linux 2, right? All these things will come under RPM based. Whereas in Debian-based we have what? SUSE and then Ubuntu. All this will come under what here? Debian-based. Guys, Linux is universal. What is the difference between all these things? Right? What is the difference between all these things? Only the syntax difference. What's that here? Syntax difference. Right? Here here we call it as what? If you want to install, what's the command that we use? Yum. But whereas in Ubuntu, what we do? Apt. Say that apt or apt-get. Same, but syntax difference. But here in our course, what we do is we'll be going with the RPM based also. I'll be teaching you a Ubuntu based Debian based also. Okay. So should we go and launch EC2 instance just for have some fun on Linux? Okay, Linux. Which one will go our favorite? Red Hat. I can go with Red Hat, I can go for Amazon Linux, I can go for SUSE, Debian, Ubuntu, whichever you want. But as in our AWS, which one we used to launch here? Red Hat. But in our DevOps, mostly I'll go with the Amazon Linux, and also I'll be going with here Red Hat or else Ubuntu. These three I will be using it. T2 micro is fine, and here I'm going for 730. Click on editor. Yes, select here default, and then go ahead and then launch. Okay, now this Linux machine has launched. So we have the public address. So till now you are using what? Putty to connect. But I told you in the DevOps will be using what? Mobile XTerm. What one? Which one? Mobile. So I already installed. I downloaded yesterday here. Mobile installer. I told you how to download. Just go to internet. And then here, what you need to say? Download MOBA XTerm. You see, go here and go for here. Download now. And you can go for installer or portable, whichever it is. Portable means zip file will be downloaded. Here installer, MSI will be there. Just open, double click, next, and then finish it. So once you click on it, you will get like this. Do you see this bottom here? Open the MOBA XTerm. So I'm showing you a new tool now. You know already how to use Putty, and I'm showing you MOBA XTerm. So this is how it looks like. Okay. And once you look like, so whichever you want lighter, darker. Okay, dark. Okay, fine. I'm going for dark as you suggested. And what you need to do here, click on session. There are multiple ways to connect, but I'm showing you the best, easiest way to do it. Okay. So here, which one you need to do? SSH. And here, what is asking? IP address. Which IP address I need to put? Copy this, paste it. And here, specify username. We need to give a username. What is the username? EC2 minus user. Select this. And here, what I need to put right now here? EC2 minus user. What's the port number? 22. And we need to provide the PEM file or not? Putty need PPK. But our mobile XTerm need PPK? No. So here in advanced section, do you see user private key? So which one you need to use? Our PEM file. So where are you? 730. Do you see the PEM file here? Select this and click on OK. And installer edition. I already said Prashant. So click on OK. No. First of all, in security group, what do you need to do? Allow all traffic. So new people. So before connecting, what you need to do? You need to go to security groups. Just delete. Let's delete this. Okay, so here, which one? Let's go to default inbound. So what you need to do is, guys, simply instead of SSH, what you do? All traffic. How add rule? Which one? All traffic and put it here anywhere. So if you do this for one time every day, no need to change at all. So do it and then click on save. I'm canceling it for now. So let's go here. I'm canceling it. You tell me how to do it. Everyone tell. Session SSH. Copy IP address here. Here. EC2 minus user. Next. Advanced SSH. Use private key. Browser. And then 7:30 hours. And do you see this here? 7:30 p.m. batch. And click on here. Okay. And click on here. Accept. Congratulations. And you use control and then you scroll up. Control down, scroll up, scroll up. You can increase the size based on your how many eyes that you have. As I have 4 eyes, I need to see big things. Okay. So understood here, everyone? Online? Pawan is asking difference between putty and mobile extern. There are different type of apples. Taste is same, but colors are different, and of course tastes are different or not. Some are very sour, some are very sweet, some are very sappa. I mean, right? So like this, right? But the concept apple is the same, right? The thing is here, there are multiple tools. Then I can use Git bash also. We can use Git bash also. We can use putty also. I can use command prompt also to connect. So there are different tools that are available. So here, this mobile extern is really most commonly used in real time because it gives so many features. Putty gives very feature. And do you see this here? There are so many features are there in the mobile extern. So it will be easy also to manage. For that reason, we go with here mobile extern. Okay, online. So let's. Do you see this here? Do you see this here? I have already. I told you that I have written everything. Yes, you can do, Prasanna. I have written all the commands here for you. So what you need to do is simply one by one, you need to use it. Should we go and use it? The first thing is, what is your habit of doing first thing? Sudo minus yes. Every time we do it, right? So let us learn what is that about. First of all, I'm using a command called what? Clear. Clear meaning all your waste will be done. What's the first thing here? Clear. Clear. What will do? It clear the screen. What is do? Clear the screen. So now what I do here? What I did here? You launch a Red Hat Linux EC2 instance and install what? Mobile extern. And what's the first command I used? Clear. Clear. What does it do now? It will clear the screen. Next up, by seeing this, what is the user that you have logged in? EC2 minus. By seeing this, you will get to know which is the user that you have logged in. And what is this? This is the IP address of the EC2 instance. This is public IP or private IP? My AWS engineers. Public or private? Okay, let's go. What is the public IP? 43. This one? Public or private? You, my online AWS students. Right? What is this here? Yeah. Some people say, ming it. Right? Yeah. No, it's completely fine. We are here to learn. Yeah, come on. Of course, you are AWS super engineers, but sometimes there will be mistakes. No problem. Okay. So by seeing this, what is this? This is always a private IP because you already logged into the machine. Once you log into the machine, you will see what IP? Private IP. Okay, this is private. So by seeing this, remember this is the user and this is the IP address. And this meaning tilde. What is that here? Tilde represent home directory. What is that? What is the user here? EC2 minus. What is the home directory of EC2 minus user? /home/EC2 minus. How to check that home directory? PWD. Say that. Present working directory. If you type PWD here, do you see? Where are you? /home/EC2 minus user. That meaning whenever you are logged into the EC2 instance, by default you will be in which directory? Home directory. Which directory? Home directory. So here I'm writing for you that here by default you will be in which directory? Home directory. Or else home directory. How to check PWD? PWD meaning what? Present working directory. So wherever you go, if you want to see where you are, if it is Windows, how do we know? So if I go to Windows, here if I go to here. Okay, now in which directory I'm in? Desktop, Riaz, material, server migration. This is my directory. But in command in AWS, I mean Linux, if you want to see that, you need to use what command? PWD. What command? Now question for you, what's the command to clear the screen? Clear. So what's the command to check which directory you are? PWD. So by first login, what is this? This one is EC2 minus user, meaning user that I have logged in. So tilde represent what? Home directory. Tilde represent what here? Home directory. Tilde is a home directory. Tilde is what? Home directory. And hash, what is this here? Hash. Hash represent what? URA. Sorry, dollar. What is this here? Dollar. Dollar represent what? Normal user. Dollar represent what here? Normal user. Dollar is a normal user. Dollar is what here? No. So now you understand the entire line here. That's what I told you. I'll be teaching such a way that you should not never look back again. Understood, Linux? Okay, by seeing this, you all understood the entire line here. Why you are and where you are. Whenever you log in first, in which directory that you will be in a home directory. How to find out which directory you are? PWD. Full form of PWD, present working directory. Okay, and now what we do? Now I'm in my normal user. Is it good to be normal user? Should we go with the powerful user? Powerful user meaning here root user. Powerful user meaning here root. So how to switch to root user? That is the main command that we always do in AWS, right? What's the command? Sudo minus yes. And if you do it, see previously now it is in the EC2 minus user. Now what we do? Sudo minus yes. Now it is moved to root. Move to what? Root. Now you can use sudo. See, many people are saying sudo minus yes, sudo minus I also. I'll do that also. I can see. If you want to come back, what's the command that you should use? Come back. Come back to the normal user. You need to put exit. What is it? Exit or control D. Say that. I'm doing control D. Back to EC2 minus user. Control D. Did I wrote that? I wrote it. See what is this here? Control. So you have switched to which user? Root user. If you want to log out from the root user, what you need to do? Control D or what you need to type? Exit. Type exit. Okay. There is also another command to switch the root. How? Sudo minus I. What's that? Sudo minus I also goes to the same command. Right? And also sudo minus sudo su. What is that? Sudo su. Come back. How to come back? Control D. Sudo su. All things are same or not? So whichever. No, you know to remember all the commands. What is the purpose here? To switch to root. What's the command? You know. sudo hyphen I. If you know sudo hyphen I, go for it. If you know sudo hyphen yes, go for it. If you know sudo yes, go for it. All purpose is same. Clear? Online check is clear enough? Fantastic. Okay, let's move. So do you see this? All three do the same work or not? Okay, now if you want to check what is the flavor or what is the operating system that you have logged in. So there is a command. If you want to see the file, if you want to see the content of the file, what's the command that you use? Cat. Say that. Say that. Yeah, cat. What's that? Cat. Cat is used for what purpose? To see the content of the file. Okay, cat. There is a, I told you, all there is a directory called etc. What's that? There is a directory called etc. Inside this, we have os-release. Say that. Which is the command to see? Okay, let me put enter. If I put enter, what is this here? Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Which version? It is like what? Fedora. All the information will be here or not? And which version of Linux here? Which version of Red Hat? Red Hat 9. So by seeing this, by using this command, you will understand which operating system, what is the information about your operating system, you'll get to know. What's the command? Cat etc/os-release. I put it here nicely. Clear? Clear? Okay, see. Now I see, do you see a lot of things are there here or not? Should I clear it? What's the command? Clear. So that nicely we are here. So I told you that the file system will start with what? Slash. So there is a command called, if you, where I am now? Where I am now? Which directory? Really? You see in which directory you are? So how to see the directory? Where I am? So that directory will be here. Okay. Now, if you, so now that meaning you are here, no, home directory, where are you? You are here. You are here. Yes or no? Yes or no? Under which directory you are? On top of slash, what you, on top of home, what you have? Slash home EC2 user. So if I want to change the directory to here, so what is the command to change directory? CD. Say that. Everyone say that. CD. What is that? CD. CD represent what? Change directory. Wherever that you want to change, you can change. Wherever you want to change, you can change. So now I want to go to slash. What's the command? You tell me. CD slash. I want to go to top root. Top meaning what? Root meaning here. Which one? Slash. Can you tell me what's the command? CD. Do I need to put like this? Space is important. CD slash. If I, and do you see this? In which directory you are now? Slash root directory. How do I find, how to see the directory? Where I am now here? Root. Understood? So where you went? On top. Where you went on top. Now I want to go back to my home directory. You know the path, right? You know the path, right? So what is the path? Tell me how to go. CD space slash home slash ACT minus user. Enter. Now PW. I'm back. You understand? Now I want to go to home directory. Now tell me how. CD slash. Sir, in slash, what are the directories we have? What's the command to list? ls. What's the command to list on here? ls. What I did here? Cat, you know, right? So after cat, what we did, so all these things you can, if you want to go to slash, what do you need to do? CD slash. What do you need to do? CD slash. So now again, if you want to check the path, I mean directory, where you are, what is that? DWT. Now come back to home directory. How? Come back to home directory. What is that? CD space slash home slash EC2 minus user. Again going back to the directory, home directory. How? CD slash. And if here, again go changing the directory. To where? To root. CD slash. And if you want to list the files, what's the command? ls. What's the command? ls. Just go here and type ls. Oh, do you see so many file root directories? I told you, no, inside slash, what are the directories that you have? You have root directory. You have what directory? Bin directory. You have what directory? Home directory. You have what directory? Op directory, sbin, temporary, war directory, USR. All these are all the main directories of your Linux. Understood? And can you tell me now, which is the directory that you like to go and see? Tell me one directory. Slash etc want to see. And tell me how to go to etc. Tell me everyone. CD space slash etc and enter. If you want to see the files, oh, in etc meaning you have all your configuration files or not? All files are here. And so many things are there. Now I want to clear. What's the command? Here. Now I will do here pwd. Where I am now? etc. I want to go to root directory again. Where? CD slash. I want to see all the file directories. ls. I want to go to my home. CD space home slash. If you just put and tab, press tab, automatically that will get listed. Enter. I'm in my home directory or not? Enough. Let's go to our home now. Enough for today. Okay. So what you understand today? So here what you have learned here is, so moving back and forth. So here, what are the commands that you have learned? Can you list down what are the commands that you have learned? Commands you have learned. Tell me. Clear. Sudo hyphen yes. Sudo hyphen ie. Sudo su. Next. pwd. cd. cat. ls. Everything will come under that. Yeah. Easy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 commands. Simple. Will you able to practice this? So I'll be just uploading whatever I have written here in your Google Classroom. Just go ahead and then try to do it. Oh, we're still in the demo classes. No, I forgot. Okay, fine, no problem. So, okay, one more command for you here. Whatever you have written the command here, if you want to see history, what is that? Type HISTOR. So all these commands are there. Take the screenshot of this. Please don't see this and then execute. You understand the commands? So see the command and then you can switch from one place to another place. Yeah. Hi, Krishna. Super. Okay. Any questions? You understand? So where did we stop today? Today we have stopped at which command? ls. ls for what command? What is that ls? List. In next class, I'll go deeper into ls. In ls, we have different arguments, parameters are there. So ls meaning it will just showing list, and also another command we have learned here. What is that? History. So here ls meaning it is just listing. It is just listing, right? If it is not listing anything, what is that meaning? I put ls, nothing is there. That means what? There are no files inside the directory. There are no files. If I go to my etc, then I can list the files or not. In ls also we have different arguments we can pass. And detail about ls we will see in the coming classes. Okay. Are you liking Linux classes? Nice. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yes, correct. Very good. Interesting. Nice. Take the screenshot also. It will be useful for you until we go to the Google Classroom. Now this notepad helps for you or not like this? And I'll be following the same way till end of the course. Same way. I'll write everything for the notepad like this. I'll open it. I'll parallelly show you what I'm executing it. What is that you need to execute. And I'll write using explanation also. I'll write here. Okay. So this will be helpful. And yes, take this also. Screenshot. Okay. And the paint also you need to take the paint.